How's it going, Crusaders? This is Rob Stanson, TISP Research and Development. Now, check this out. I've had TIs, look at my nose, freaking from these goggles. It's all rubber. But these are great goggles. They're huge. They look kind of like out there, but people actually compliment me, you know? I've been trying them out. I like them. I like them for at night and stuff. As you can see, people have been asking me, going, hey, they've been hitting, my throat and this and that, and here and there, make me choke, make me gag, make me throw up, make me feel sick and stuff like that. Well, check it out. I got the solution, and I tested it out for 2 days. This is a leather piece I got. You can go to a leather store for like a boot place, that cowboy boots or whatever, and they'll have leather strips that they throw out. Well, they don't throw out, but they'll recycle them. And then get these things up a little bit more. And then there, that's better. Whew, boy. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ever gonna get a normal life. Damn it, what the heck? But you just gotta think, this is normal. But check it out. What I did was I cut some brass right here, slits right here like that. You know, about the size of leather. It was about the size of my neck. I think it's 2 inches, and then about 17 inches. And then I cut I cut the brass, and all the rivets are brass too. And 2 days I haven't had to gag or throw up at all. No forced injections down my throat. I have this one right here. It's like brass, but it has more copper in it and silver linkage. And I did that so it kind of attracts the directed energy when they're shooting down this way, and it works. Kind of gets in the way, but look at, check it out. It's just leather, you know, thin leather, and all these little brass, inlets, and it goes around the neck. You can put it like this, and then you're just gonna have to get some new clothes, gothic clothes or something, trench coat, or you can turn it inside out. And just wear it around the house. Usually we get gag attacks, around the house at home, and then get a sucker like that, and then you got that brass, and brass is healing. So if you're having problems down here, the brass will heal your throat, and it'll stop it. I can feel them trying to induce the energy down my throat, and it's kind of dead stop. It gets up, and I can feel when they hit the stomach and they hit here to try to get me gagged or throw up, and I'm going, before, and I just said, screw it, it's just, and I feel good, after I gag or hack, and then now I just feel them trying over here and not getting anywhere. 2 days, so it works really well. So I can make these for you guys, or it's a trip, I don't know. I could put a leash linkage on there if you want. Depends on what you're into. Here's what I got right here. This right here is this Moon Metal. This is 2 layers of 14 gauge. I put these on right here, because I'm gonna add this. It's Moon Metal as well, and this will fit over like that, and it'll button in here. You never know. So look at, so I go like this. I'll keep this on by the bed and stuff, and when they're trying to take my air away where it's hard to breathe, and I'm like, and what they do is they hammer down the frequencies down your throat, and they put the pressure on, and so it kind of like tells your lungs they're full of oxygen already, but it's full of pressure, and then it's hard to breathe, and then you're gasping for fucking air. Plus they hit the cells, and it depletes the cells of oxygen as well. That's why you take cell 1. It's a droplet. You take 8 drops, and it's like a little shot. And cell 1, and it works very well, and it really brings that oxygen back in your body, and it's really nice. I went to the mine shaft the other day just to check it out and see if they're able to attack me, but they kind of surrounded me. I mean, lights are going this way, red, white lights, and the all-seeing eyes just freaking checking me out and talking shit. And then they increased the frequency. It was my ears were ringing. It was like, I was like, damn. And they're like, stay right there. We're sending someone for you. I'm like, yeah, right. They want you to get you to hurry and rush and stuff. The thing is that the oxygen's depleted, and they deplete our oxygen as well, and it's hard to breathe. They get us out of shape. And then, I had a hard time getting out of there. I got out of there, but damn, I had to stop by the truck and go, son of a bitch, it's hard to breathe. And I was like, shit. That's why I got to get this doctor appointment tomorrow, and then try to get this doctor to give me oxygen, because I ordered a Inogen, and they have a rebreather. What it does, it turns it to O2 oxygen, pure oxygen, and you can rebreathe it, and it takes the air from outside, instead of having to carry tanks or whatever. So you can just carry this backpack on your back, and I ordered that about $1,400, and then now I just got to get a doctor's note, and I'll wear that sucker and breathe some pure oxygen. I'll be good to go, because that's what they do. It's not like you're out of shape. It's just it's hard to breathe oxygen, and on top of that, you're worried about breathing too much because you got the chemtrails. You breathe the damn chemtrails, and you're breathing that shit in, and they can get in your head a lot quicker. Trust me, they can. Okay, I mean, if you're a heavy target like me, and they want you and will find every edge they could possibly get at that moment, at any moment, just waiting for you to slip up, and they'll try some of the sucker shots and everything. And so anyways, so I got to get that going. Last night I worked late and tried to get this thing going, and look, check it out. Look at all those layers. This is the second layer of 14 gauge, and it's quite heavy. And then I made another as brass. This is all brass right here, so brass will give you healing. So here, I'm gonna put this sucker in there. All right. Well, I'm having technical difficulties. Wow. Alright, talking about issues. Alright, focus. So anyways, bring it closer. Squeeze that in. Stiff. See, I got my earbuds. I put lanyards on them, so if they fall out, they don't fall all the way down. So you can get these at Walmart. Oh wow. Oh. Okay. A little heavy. phone don't like to focus too much. There we go. And what the heck? I mean, woo-wee. Now it looked like an ancient Olmec. You ever seen the Olmec ruins where they got the big old face of those giant rocks of the Olmecs, and they have these helmets on there on side the rock, you know, and you're like, where do the helmets go? You know, maybe it was for shielding or whatnot. Damn, what? Actually, my head's crooked or something. I know it's crooked. Anyways, well, this is that. I mean, it's a little heavier. At least the cool, ugly sideburns, I might have to fix those. But, I mean, geez, looks like a tampon on the side or whatever. But I'll fix those, and then let's open it freaking go like this. And then they'll be on buttons like that. There we go, buttons. And they'll snap on like that. I mean, yeah, I mean, you may think that's a little extreme, Rob. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, guess where we're at? We're at the time where a lot of us are freaking. In the end, we're gonna have to be fighting, you know, looking for these people. You gotta understand, you know, we have to cleanse the earth. You know, we have to pull the wicked from their cages. You know, and freaking, so that way they don't continue our slavery towards humanity. And this happened before, you know, but the snake got away. That's why they use the youth. That's why in certain songs they'll call them expendable youth. You know, because the frequency they'll get rid of them or send them out or whatever, and who knows what's going to happen. But I mean, some people, they get this realization, this idea, and this thinking, you know, and there's like this great battle, you know, or whatnot, you know, who knows. But then you get one from like Dio, and he's like, you know, pull the wicked from their cages, you know, and it goes everybody locked on, all but one, and then it goes point blank, you're so courageous, you know, and and it's like I really feel that in my heart, you know. Whatever this is going on, it's just we can't let these snakes destroy us and destroy this world. They're thinking they're gonna create a new world, and honestly, people, you know, that's why TIs get hit the hardest, because you know, because we're like the giants, you know. You know, we have special gifts, we have special connections, you know, we're the light, you know, we're the freaking you know, like the anointed, you know. And you know, we can't just go, oh, everything's hunky-dory, I'm just going to be like everyone else because no one's listening. Well, now they're starting to listen, you know, and if we don't freaking, you know, point out who these people are and let people know, and I mean, they got to understand, it's like, you know, what kind of are you? Who do you serve? You know, you're not, believe me, parts of the Bible where it says you just have trust in God, and you just take it, you know, no, that's the control, you know. I mean, we're going to have to fight. You know, you got to think about the young ones. You know, you got to think about the young ones. And if you have wicked people doing things and pretending like they're good people, you know, and lying to people, people don't know. And then they'll say, oh, they're on drugs and this and that and here and there. And that's far from the truth, you know. And it's crazy because I take medication and it has nothing to do with anything of anything of anybody's business, you know. And the way I work hard. I work hard to get to a point where I don't have to deal with getting fucked with. And plus that I could put this to court because I know who it is, you know. And if it comes to that, you know, if it comes to the end, I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, we all have a job, and I'm not gonna let my calling go to waste. I'm not gonna let the greatest battle of the world uh, and turn my back and put my head in the sand, and go back to sleep. I mean, look, people. I mean, you got evil coming in. If we don't try to do something or take a stand, quit paying everything and tell we ain't paying nobody nothing. We're gonna keep our money, and take a stand and really rise together. Because that was our test, where the mass could see what we would do so we could continue, um, uh, uh, you know, continue to purchase. And where it says the sign of the beast, where you can't buy or sell. Um, well, you can't buy or sell without wearing a mask, you know? And that's just, they want to see that people are just going to go roll over and take it. And from the looks of it, pretty much. And then you got these people just running amok. I'm not saying go against the government, but one thing you got to learn: our main problem, the instigators, are the drones above, or all those stars. And there's people sitting at their houses, nice and comfy, just running amok, revenge for hire, nefarious revenge for hire. And there's people in Tafia in there, and I wouldn't doubt it if there's anonymous working in there too, because where's Anonymous? I haven't seen them peep not one little breath, nothing from them. Wonder where they're at. Got to be working for Soros. And you got these because they act like Antofia, but they act like freaking Anonymous. You know what I mean? And those guys are some smart guys. And these guys run on computers and drones. You know what I mean? I got nothing against those guys, but why all of a sudden they're getting in their head that they're here to cleanse the earth? No. They're the one that bit the apple of forbidden knowledge. They bite it, and they're getting in their heads. There it is. That's why they've been cast out of Eden. You don't see them around. They don't know how to talk to people. They've been cast out. They're up in their drones, and they're freaking in front of their computer all day and all night, running off frequency meth or whatever frequency to keep them up. And they're freaking up. I mean, unless it's fucking some computer program, but most of the time, I mean, they're observing it. And it just makes me wonder. It's like, when these people, the way they act is when you don't get sleep, proper sleep, you start getting, incoherent, delusional, and you start thinking things, and things pop in your head like, they're bad people. But they revenge people for money. They step way over the boundaries of anything. They're not the ones. They're not it. They are the filthy. They are the ones. If you people knew, I seen a guy that his girlfriend made his girl grab this young child. He took these girls, and he got whatever he wanted, sat in the back, out in the woods, and freaking, she took a walk, was freaking out, and he freaking molested her, raped her, and fucking killed her. His reactions were actions that I could see that he was controlled. And what they do is they get behind the eyes of a human subject. They get in the brain, control the body, and make them do things. Now, with these people doing this to these people, it's not tempting the person. No, it's controlling them. That person that's behind those eyes are doing the evil and doing the sin. Think about it. Every one of these people on the face of the planet, I've been researching on evil within. I've been researching on serial killers and people being talked to by the investigators inside an interrogation room. And they have the same reactions of someone in there, but not in there, and they're locking up. They can't believe it happened. But see, what they do is just like what happened with John Lennon. Is that the guy that killed John Lennon? Freaking the guy was going back and forth. The guy tells the story. I was like, that guy's targeted. They're working his brain. And then, sure enough, he came up to him, fucking shot him in his head, and then all of a sudden he said he froze, but he was kind of like he said it was like he was in euphoric, like he wasn't there, you know. And then he said all of a sudden he froze and he woke up, and then they leave him with the bag. They leave that person with the bag because they want to go after that guy and probably hurt the other person too as well. This goes on with the shootings, with the schools, the churches, and this and that and here and there. Same damn thing. Same very damn people are responsible for. I mean, human nature is good, but they twist the mind. And when people you don't know your own voice and in your own mind, and you get. It happened to me too. Trust me. It happened to me too. I'm no angel, but once you shield your ears and your damn eyes, then you're like, holy fuck. It took all this shielding to find out that I was semi-controlled. And I was like, I can't be corrupted. I can't be corrupted. Yeah, it's that easy. They get you locked in. And even for those that don't know their own tone, their brain doesn't know their tone, their voice, their frequency, you gotta be weary about that. And it's like, I see it in people and they don't even know it. When you're completely shielded like me, you see it. You see this evil. And they act like freaking, like nothing. Like, oh, it's you, you're a dirtball, and this and that, and here and there. You're a piece of shit, And it's like, they will never see their evil because it's like, my hands are clean. It was that person. It was their sick head. No, it's because they got in their head. And they freaking control them. And they see through people's eyes. What does that tell you? That tells you that person is a raper, a chester, a murderer, peeping Tom, psychopathic, dirty piece of shit behind these fucking drones. They are the wicked. And they've been riddling America, Europe, all across the freaking world. They got no sense. But they'll do this dirty shit because in their own mind, because nobody's in their mind. I mean, I can tell they're controlled. I can tell they're mind controlled. I can tell they're got damage, just like TIs, because they act just like TIs. And then I hear TIs acting like them. I'm like, what the fuck? And it just, I mean, it's like, I think they can do whatever they want. People let them loose, and people don't realize you can shield from them. They like Hillary Clinton. She was all, she's freaking being fucked with. All the Democrats, they're all controlled. And government needs to wake up. I got shielding. I could save a government. I could save a people, save a country, just with my shielding alone. Save people. Before people get targeted, if they want to save their job, get my shielding. Spend a little bit of money. Is your life worth it or what? Is your sanity? They flip you. You've seen a lot of people hanging. Suicide's up, freaking medication. If you're on any kind of drugs or any kind of alcohol, they can get in your head. You're angry, they'll get in your head. Happy too, they'll get in your head. And slight, subtle things with people. Until if they want to get in that head, and they'll grab a hold of it. And it's nightmare freaking 101. I mean, these people are directly responsible. Honestly, people. They're sitting ducks up there. They're going to control it. They're going to control NWO. TIs are going to go to fucking FEMA camps. I know I am. But that's why I'm telling you. I'm going to freaking watch it really closely. Otherwise, I'm going to Russia. And I'm going to go freaking share some shielding with them. So that way, because I know they don't want NWO in their country. And it's like, I'm going to have to fight the battle somewhere else. and freaking and get maybe Putin freaking call up Trump and say, hey buddy, you know, freaking, you know, yeah, you know, that way, you know, because some of these demis, I could tell they get messed with, and some people get scared because, like that pedophile ring guy, I mean, he hung himself, or that guy hung him, killed him. You know, some people, they hang themselves, kill themselves, because they don't know what gets in their head. Freaking Hillary Clinton, all those people will pay him, take him out. You know, we don't want him talking. You know, that's how people get taken out. You know, and I know how. I know the training and everything to withstand it. I can be at any frequency. I can be damaged just like you guys, and then put on a magneto and recover. I can recover from any point, you know, and be on top without losing myself. Take Corella. Seriously. We have to put our heads together. Mas rapido, okay? I'll be sitting around going, oh, you know, it's going to get worse. TISB Research Development. Out.